So good evening and welcome, graduates, parents, family members, friends, school district representatives, teachers, administrators, and members of our board. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. My name is Nicole Murphy, and I am the principal of the Fox Meadow High School here at Putnam Northern Westchester BOCES. I would like to welcome all of you to this joyous event. This is truly a time for celebration. Before we start recognizing our fine graduates, let's first open up the ceremony with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Mr. James Collins.
All right, everybody ready? All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Thank you, James. I would like to begin by introducing several dignitaries who are here among us to celebrate these young men that are amazing and who are graduating from Fox Meadow High School tonight. We have President of our board, Mr. Richard Krebs, District Superintendent, Dr. James Ryan, Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Lynn Allen, Assistant Superintendent, Mr. John McCarthy, Director of Human Resources, Mr. Mike Scarrett, Supervisor of Special Education from Lakeland School District, Mr. Joe Spatola, Guy Cohen from Putt Valley, fellow administrators, Mr. Fred Santoli, the Coordinator of Curriculum Instruction and Assessment for Special Education, Dr. Jennifer Wilson, Education Technology Coordinator, who was instrumental in providing both valuable educational experience for our graduates. And most important, to our parents. Your support over the years has been invaluable. The success of our students was possible because of your support, your communication, and your involvement, so thank you so much. To the Fox Meadow teachers and staff, can you please stand up? Don't be shy, everybody up. The Fox Meadow staff have worked tirelessly to partner with our students and their parents to help our students achieve the important milestones we honor tonight. Each of our graduates can likely recall many key conversations with an educator at Fox Meadow where they were offered caring words or some sage advice. Please give our fine staff a round of applause. So welcome and thank you. I would like to now introduce the District Superintendent of Putnam Northern Westchester BOCES, Dr. James Ryan, who will say a few words.
Thank you, Nicole. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to follow James's lead and just say, is everybody ready? The opportunity to join you tonight is really a source of great pride for me. I got a few quick comments here, but I just want to be very direct in indicating that I'm so proud to be able to take time to recognize the accomplishments of our graduates. They are being commended to really no end to successfully completing the requirements for graduation. I can't say that I know you personally, but I know your stories. I know the work that you've done throughout the course of your year and throughout the course of your educational career in order to get to this point. And I know it's been a challenge. You've been supported by your teachers, by your family, many of whom are here today. And the end product is really something that you should be proud of because we are so proud of you. I realize that the challenge has been significant, and yet now the opportunities for you are many. You will go into the world of work. Several of you will decide whether to go into the military or perhaps to college. And whatever the future holds for you, please know that you've been prepared well. We've taken time, and your faculty and staff have taken time to work closely with you. I was driving to work today, and I don't know if I wrote it down, but I think I scribbled a few notes here. And I was driving to work, and I happened to flick on Sirius Radio, and the Beatles channel was on. And that may not mean a lot to you guys, but to me, the Beatles are kind of the fabric of my DNA in terms of their words and their music, and I think they kind of were the center of everything that we have done culturally for the last 50 years, perhaps. But there was one song that played, and I said to myself, holy cow, that's exactly what some of these guys are going through here. And the song was Getting Better, and it goes like this. It says, I used to get mad at my school. The teachers who taught me weren't cool, holding me down, turning me around, filling me up with your rules. But I have to say now, it's getting better. Well, I think it's getting better because you have people in the room here who have cared so much for you. They've spent time with you. They've taken time to lead you, to guide you, to perhaps share a piece of their life with you so your life could be better. And I think the opportunity now for you to move ahead, to make everything that you can be come true, is something that we know we prepared you well for, and we know that you're going to do a great job in your future, whatever that future holds for you. So the parents, family, friends who are here tonight to support you, thank you for your continued support. I know these guys really appreciate that. They may not say it all the time, but they appreciate the love and encouragement and support that you've given. And we know that there are great things ahead for you. So congratulations, young men. We're very proud of you. We wish you the best, and good luck in your future.
Thank you, Dr. Ryan. I now have the honor of introducing one of our distinguished graduates who will share a few comments, who's worked really hard to prepare his speech, and he's going to do an excellent job. Please welcome Mr. Devontae Hudson, a graduate from the Lakeland School District.
Yeah, I don't know. Can I take this off? This the towel? All right. Yeah, it is. A lot. All right, good. All right, hello, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. All right, so I'm going to just bang this out real quick, all right? I'm not going to lie, I'm nervous right now.
That's okay.
We've all heard the story. You weren't able to find success at a regular school, struggled with handling emotions, not up to par with classmates, missed assignments, skipped class, and probably even cursed out teachers. They called you rude, defiant, vulgar, and insensitive. Sent you to the principal's office nearly every day. Numerous parent-teacher conferences about your behavior and still no resolution. Deemed a waste of time and called unmotivated. They said you didn't have a future. But instead of meeting their expectations, we decided to create our own destiny. Capitulating wasn't something that we believed in. It not only went against our nature, but our beliefs. We weren't able to give in to the demands of others, and it's because of these characteristics that we've been able to find success in life. Who would have thought that our defiance would have become one of our biggest strengths? But now we have to make that old, because everything that comes before this moment, while it may be appreciated, honestly, a lot of it doesn't matter anymore. We've reached the next stage of our lives. Now we have to focus on what's new, what's interesting. It doesn't matter if you want to be a doctor, musician, professional athlete, or director. At the end of the day, if you want to make an album, then make an album. If you want to be the MVP, then be the MVP. If you want to direct movies and write books or write a script, be a brain surgeon, do it. Fight for what matters no matter what. Because even if you fail short, what better way is there to live? All right, so I'm still not done. We got one little thing to do left. All right, so this is the roll credits, the thank you scene. First off, I'd like to thank Joe for not only being a mentor towards me, but a role model. You've meant a lot to me, and I feel a great deal of gratitude towards you. You defended me when others labeled me a lost cause. I'll even admit that I cried when you left being my teacher at Walden, but I won't be crying today because you've instilled faith in me, and I can't thank you enough for that. I'd like to thank Stacy for asking me to write the senior speech and being a critical part in awakening my passion for writing. I wouldn't be the person I am today without your guidance. You've been a greater teacher and an even greater person. Mr. Ball isn't here, but I'm still read it anyway. Oh, he is? Oh, okay. Oh, damn, all right. Mr. Ball, you've been really annoying at certain points. But that was only because you held me accountable for everything I did at school. There were times when I conducted myself in a manner that just wasn't acceptable for a young man, and you held me responsible only because you expected better from me. So if I've ever offended you and disappointed you, then I'm truly sorry. Tina, the same goes for you. I'm going to miss blasting my speaker to disco music in the morning and seeing the smile across your face. You've been one of the better parts of that school. Miss Maria, thank you for coming to get me even when I wanted to skip class and trying to give me faith when things were difficult. And not only me, but people that I cared about in the school. You've been possibly one of the best teachers that I've ever had in my life, and I just want to say thank you. Dr. Murphy, this is almost sad for me. I didn't have the opportunity to really get to know you, and I think I would have prospered from that greatly. It's only been one school year, but you've definitely been one of the best principals I've ever had. Instead of speaking to me as a principal, you spoke to me as a person and decided to educate instead of belittle me, and that's a lot more than most people have ever done. So I just want to say thank you. So I'm still not done. We just got a little bit more left, people. This wasn't actually a speech that I wrote. My friend Q here wrote it, but he's too shy to do so. So I'm going to be reading it instead. Yes, I'm going to call you out. Nah, he's all right. He'll be good. A little bit. I'm truly grateful for the friends and family I made here. I don't think I would have grown the same had I still been at my district. I want to give huge thanks to my brothers at this school for making my experience here for the last 3 years a historical yet exasperating one. Shout out to Stacy for teaching him that word. I don't think I would have passed a lot of my classes without the help and support that was provided to me. You can't forget about Sue, one of the sweetest people anyone could ever have come across in life. I adore her. I also want to thank Dr. Murphy for her outstanding work as a principal. I personally think she's the best. I'll also never forget Miss Massell. She's so loud all the time, but I can't help but laugh at how goofy she is. Mr. Ball, a huge pain, but a dope teacher. He's always looking out for me. I appreciate our debates, Nathan. Of course, I can't forget about Mama Tina, who always has our best interests at heart. I adore her too. To my bro Justin, you are my first friend here, and even though you wouldn't shut up at times, I can't help but love you. I'm truly going to miss this school. I never felt like I was wanted in a school environment, or let alone belonged in one. If not for coming here, I would have most likely not come as far as I have in the past couple of years. I wish all of my peers the brightest future, and may we all prosper. I appreciate all the faith that the staff has had in me, and I'm thankful for being pushed to do better every time I wanted to give up and I thought I couldn't take it anymore. Growing up in BOCES has shown me the meaning of family. I'll remember every moment of being here, good and bad, and how the space has changed me for the better, around the strongest people I've ever known. Sit back down.
Devontae, are you done? Let's give it a round of applause for Devontae and Q. I would now like to introduce Ms. Collins, whose son James is one of our graduating seniors. Ms. Collins will offer the parent address tonight.
Very tough speech to follow, but I'll try. Okay. Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and graduates. First, I would like to thank Fox Meadows and BOCES for helping my son feel empowered, motivated, and confident again in a school setting. Excuse me. With the help from Dr. Murphy and Miss Stacy, I butcher your last name, and countless others, this day would not be possible. To my fellow parents, each of you have worked just as hard for this day as your child has, and I congratulate you all too. And now to our graduates. Well, you did it. Each one of you accomplished one of the major early milestones of your lives. High school graduation. This is a major step in the journey of your lives. One that should be recognized for its immense significance. It is an act not only of personal commitment, but also one of pride. You all worked hard to get to this day, and your work did not go to waste. A high school diploma is a wonderful tool in this world, one that opens many doors of opportunity for anyone who is lucky enough to have one. But graduation is not an end goal in itself. It is instead a part of the larger journey of life. Wherever your future takes you, let it take you somewhere. Life is a journey, and all of its accomplishments we achieve during its course should be taken as starting points for further achievements. Your graduation should serve as such as a launching point, projecting you to wherever your futures are meant to take you. Whether you land yourselves a career, take up a trade, or continue your education at a college, or serving our great country in our military. Life is about growing and new opportunities to continue growing and to learn new skills that we will carry with us for the rest of our lives. And you don't have to stop there. This graduation has already shown how capable you all are of accomplishing your goals when you commit yourselves to them. I hope all of you here today can take this personal accomplishment as an example of how anything is truly possible when you put your minds to it. As you all continue on in your lives, take each new problem on with confidence, knowing that you have achieved great heights and are equipped with the necessary tools to tackle your futures. The road that lies ahead won't be easy. There will be obstacles and missed exits, potholes and roadblocks. There will be times when each of you will feel like you cannot possibly go on. There will be times when each of you will think he is alone with his backs against the wall, but you are not alone. You are all on this journey together. You've made it this far. Why should you back out now? Nothing worthwhile is easy, and that includes making the most of your futures. But that doesn't mean you give up on yourselves. Keep pushing, because I know you can achieve your dreams, and because you are worth it. From this day forward, make each decision with your best interests in mind. Believe in yourselves so that you may reach your goals and fulfill your dreams. Be the best that you can be so that you may fill your lives and the lives of those closest to you with happiness and pride. You've already taken the first step by making it to this ceremony today. Now it is time to take the next steps in the journey in your lives and begin to build your future. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Collins. That was beautiful. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Joe Spatola, who will deliver this evening's keynote address. Before I bring him up to the podium, I would like to comment on his contributions to our students. Mr. Spatola has been a teacher at Putnam Northern Westchester BOCES, an intern administrator at Fox Meadow, and is currently the supervisor of special education at the Lakeland School District. This year, 2 of his students are graduating from Fox Meadow. He has been immensely diligent and thoughtful in working to meet the needs of his students and has been willing to provide any necessary supports as they transition through high school. Mr. Spola? Come on up.
All right. Thank you all for having me up. Everybody here, thank you for humoring me and let me be up here. Nicole, thank you for inviting me. I don't thank you for letting me follow those 2 speeches. I don't know how I can top that. The first thing I want to do, and thank you for giving me this opportunity, Devontae, if you could come up here for a second. Every year, the Lakeland SEPTA, the Special Education PTA, gives out outstanding character awards to students throughout the district. One of those opportunities that I always get is to select students out of district who have also met these in recognition of their motivation, dedication to learning, generosity of spirit, and concern for others. When you hear how he spoke earlier, we know that's all true about Devontae, and with that, we would like to give him this award on behalf of Lakeland SEPTA and the Lakeland School District. You know, as Dr. Murphy mentioned, I had the privilege of working for 6 years at Fox Meadow, the first 6 years of my career, and I think that's the piece we have in common. You're getting your start here at Fox Meadow, and that's how I got my start. And without starting at a place like Fox Meadow and what you learn there, what you're exposed to, you grow and you become a better person, you become a better employee, you become whatever you're doing, and that's how I've been able to move on to better things. So I wish you the same in your future successes, and hopefully Fox Meadow is the same starting point for all of you young men. I've taught a few of you in middle school. I've met a few of you in passing, even at Fox Meadow when I've been there, and those of you who are the Lakeland students, I've got to know pretty well over the last couple of years, and we couldn't be more proud of you, the graduating class of 2017. Now the fun part, you get to see what I have to say. I spoke to Devontae last night. I heard his speech went through 5 revisions, and rumor has it went through another 5 or 6 earlier today, and they paid off. This one did not. It probably will not be all that memorable. I spoke to a colleague down the hall from me at work. He offered me his speech from a few years ago when he gave the same address. We wondered if anybody would even notice the difference, and we even surmised that you usually don't remember what we have to say, you remember what these guys have to say at something like this. Each and every one of you came to Fox Meadow for a different reason. I couldn't sum it up any better than the speakers before me. I ended up here because in 2005, Dr. Allen was willing to take a shot on a teacher with no experience, and the pay scale wasn't too bad at BOCES. So you end up here for a variety of reasons. Some of you were very happy to get a fresh start. Others of you probably looked at Fox Meadow and said, why the heck am I going to a place like that? And it probably took you some time to even adjust. That's probably true of some of the staff in the room as well. You know, the fact that you're sitting here, sitting at the front of the room, means that you've overcome significant adversity, a myriad of challenges to meet the graduation requirements set forth by New York State. You've completed this next step toward your future goals, and you're walking into an interesting new world. It's a world that's very different than the one we grew up in. It's one that's different than your parents'. Information, it comes quickly. Technology has changed the speed at which things come at you, and it just moves you differently. We speak of this world that you're entering. You're aware of the fear, the partisan divide, the tone of incivility that splashes across televisions and smartphones minute to minute, day to day. You can't get away from that. Disagreement is now a reason to hate somebody rather than start a productive conversation. You know, this is the kind of the speech of reality as opposed to the speech of everything's going to be great. I can promise you one thing today. Not every one of you will be successful. It comes with a caveat, because that's not what you expect to hear at a graduation speech. Every one of you right now has the opportunity to be successful. Your life is going to be defined by the choices that you make. Every day you're going to make choices, some seemingly simple, some seeming like there's no right answer. Consider every decision you make carefully. Consider the consequences of what you do. The social media age, something you do today will haunt you in 30 years. Nothing disappears. You know, set your future goal. As Devontae said, whether you want to be a director, a sports hero, a doctor, a lawyer, a construction worker, you know, set that goal. Make your decisions. I'm going to disagree with Dr. Ryan and the whole Beatles world. I'm going to, you know, their influence was good. You know, I prefer the quote from Bob Dylan. You don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. You know, when you're making your decisions, thoughtfully consider each of the choices you'll make. Don't be reliant on your friends to tell you what to do. Don't be reliant on what others tell you to do. Figure out which decision fits into the part of your life and in your ultimate success. Consider the consequence of your actions. Consider the advice of others, but remember that even the weathermen get it wrong. I'm sure there were many days you thought you were going to be off because of snow, and it never came. That said, I've asked you to make selfish decisions, put your success first. Please make an effort to contribute positively to this devolving society. You will encounter many people in your lives. You never know which one will be able to assist you along your ultimate journey. Lend a hand, crack a smile, be polite. Any of these actions may allow you to get a foot in the door and move you one step closer to success. And they might also simply make somebody else's day or make that person's challenges that much more manageable. Throughout your time at Fox Meadow, you've been the recipient of multiple acts of kindness and assistance. I hope you realize how important that is and how important the people around you have been. Take a few minutes after the ceremony tonight and thank those people. It goes a long way. When you hear the kind words of the graduates, it makes us realize why we do these things, and it makes us realize that you guys will be successful. As you leave here, you have an opportunity to start the next phase of your life. The likelihood is you'll fail many times. That's not an indicator of success. Not learning from your mistakes or quitting due to your failures are what will make you unsuccessful. Be deliberate in your decision-making, focus on your best interest, follow through on your plans. Never give up and lose sight of your goals. Don't place immediate gratification ahead of your ultimate success. And to paraphrase Eleanor Roosevelt, you will not be judged on what you say, but you will rather ultimately be judged based on the choices that you make. Make good choices, be successful, and good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Stoll. Graduates, thank you for teaching me that life is precious and obstacles are meant to be overcome. This year has far exceeded my expectations as a new administrator at Fox Meadow. My Fox Meadow family are an amazing group of people. This year has been successful not because of my leadership, but rather it is due to the combined efforts of my team and the entire Fox Meadow community. Thank you. The bonds and relationships I've observed between students, staff, and family has been incredible. I've kept a board on my wall in my room, and I wrote all the students' names on it that were my graduates. And every time they were in my hallway or something happened, I would say, "Look at your name on my board. What does that mean?" That means I'm going to see you at graduation at the end of the year. Sometimes they were erased. Sometimes they said, "Really? That's me? I'm going to be the one graduating?" But you did it. Every one of you are here. As staff, teachers, parents, and students, we can find the unique pathway to success for every learner in our community. When we set goals for yourself, anything is possible. So at this time, I would like to introduce my lead teacher, Ms. Stacy Shirella, who will assist with the presentation of certificates. Ms. Shirella is one who goes beyond the coursework to teach her students lessons that dictate life and has provided our Fox Meadow family endless support. In contemplating the departure of each student present, as a Fox Meadow family, we felt compelled to find a quote that represents each individual. The journey has been long. It has been a journey that some did not feel they would complete. But here, each one of you sit today, and we, the Fox Meadow staff, are proud of your momentous accomplishment. Graduates, you ready? As we call your name, please come up, pause, and listen to a special quote, and then you'll receive the certificates of completion. You may stop along the way, shake hands, and stop along the way to take a picture or two. Okay? John Caballero. Why don't you come right here?
Okay, John. Life is so much richer, so much more meaningful if you plant yourself in a place that will nourish you.
Kadar Chevalier.
To Kadar, music is the great uniter, an incredible force, something that people who differ on everything and anything else can have in common.
Justin Cohen.
To Justin, for your contagious laughter. Laugh, my friend, for laughter ignites a fire within the pit of your belly and awaken your being.
James Collins.
To James, fortune and love befriend the bold, and talent is nurtured in solitude, character is formed in the story billows of the world.
Devontae Hudson.
To Devontae, you are the master of your destiny. You can influence, direct, and control your own environment. You can make your life what you want it to be.
Matthew Perry.
Thank you.
Okay, Matthew, one way to remember who you are is to remember who your heroes are.
Kyle Pettit.
Okay, Kyle, if you talk about it, it's a dream. If you envision it, it's possible. But if you schedule it, it's real.
Joseph Rampersant.
Okay, Joe, life isn't a merry-go-round, it's a roller coaster. Life won't always be smooth, it may not always be pretty, but it will be an adventure, one not to be missed.
John Rodak.
Okay, John, sometimes you don't realize your own strength until you come face to face with your greatest weakness.
Michael Servino.
Michael, there is no dishonor in losing the race. There is only dishonor in not racing because you are afraid to lose.
Justin, this is payback. Last but not least, Justin Rivera.
Okay, Justin, why fit in when you were born to stand out?
Where's Mrs. Lucido? Miss Lucido? Mrs. Lucido worked hard to prepare a PowerPoint of the students throughout the years, so we're going to take a few minutes to enjoy. Students, if you want to turn your chairs or stand up, that'd be great. gotta love technology. Thank you so much, Miss Patty. That was excellent. So here's the moment, guys. On behalf of all of us, I want to say good luck, best wishes, and congratulations today on all your future successes. Please keep in touch, for you are part of a shared history of our Fox Meadow family. With that, I'd like everybody to stand and give a big round of applause for the class of 2017.